Donald Trump's youngest son, Barron, grew up in the White House, but he's mostly lived outside of the spotlight. Shortly after Donald tied the knot with his wife, Melania Trump, in 2005, the couple learned they were expecting a baby. Barron was born on March 20, 2006, becoming Donald's fifth child and Melania's first. Barron spent most of his childhood at his family's lavish penthouse in New York City, while attending prestigious private schools on Manhattan's Upper West Side. When Donald was first elected president and began his term in January 2017, Barron and Melania stayed behind in Manhattan so that he could finish the school year. That summer, he enrolled at St. Andrew's Episcopal School in Maryland and officially moved into the White House with the rest of the family. While Donald's older children, Ivanka, Donald Trump Jr., Eric, and Tiffany, took a more hands-on role in their father's presidency, Barron's privacy was heavily guarded. After graduating from high school in May 2024, Barron enrolled at New York University in September. A source told People earlier in the year that Melania was keeping her son close as he pondered his plans. Melania will keep her hand on Barron's future just as much going forward as she has throughout his early and current school years, the insider said. He is her world. She is proud of him, and she is the primary decision maker on Barron and his future. Amid his father's 2024 presidential campaign, Barron continued to stay out of the spotlight largely. He declined an opportunity to serve as an at-large delegate for Florida at the Republican National Convention, citing prior commitments in a statement made by his mother. However, he did attend his first campaign rally in support of his father in July. After Donald defeated Vice President Kamala Harris to win the presidential election, Barron also appeared on stage for his father's victory speech, during which the president-elect expressed his gratitude for his children. In 2005, Donald and Melania discovered they were expecting their first child together about 6 months after their wedding. While looking back on the moment she told Donald she was pregnant, Melania admitted her husband was a bit taken aback by the news. He came home one day last August, and I told him he'd be a daddy, and his reaction was, at first he needed to take it in. It was a real surprise. And then he was very happy, she shared with People. Donald added, I expected we were going to have children, so I wasn't totally surprised. But I was surprised by the speed of it. It happened very quickly. Melania gave birth to Barron on March 20, 2006. Donald chose not to be present in the delivery room, explaining he thought it would be easier for Melania if he weren't there. Melania later said that her 8-hour labor was, in fact, very, very easy. Everyone's perfect. She's really happy, and it's really great, Donald told People following the birth. Donald was the one to choose Barron's name, as he had always liked it, but hadn't had the chance to use it for his other sons. Melania was on board, but at the last minute, Donald had second thoughts about the name. It's a name I've always loved, but I never had the courage to use. I gave the idea to Melania, and then I was going to take it away at the very end, and she said, You can't take it away. I've been calling him Barron while he's been in my stomach, and you just can't take it away, Donald said on the Oprah Winfrey Show. Growing up, Barron attended numerous prestigious schools. While living in New York City, he was enrolled at Columbia Grammar and Preparatory School on Manhattan's Upper West Side. After Donald began his presidential term in January 2017, Barron remained in N.Y.C., finishing out the school year. During Barron's final year at Columbia Grammar and Preparatory School, he took his entire 5th grade class on a trip to Washington. A group of about 80 students joined Barron, along with teachers and Secret Service agents, on an excursion to the White House, where they met Barron's father. The group also toured the nation's capital and stayed overnight at a hotel before returning home. Then, in May 2017, it was announced that Barron would be attending St. Andrew's Episcopal School in Potomac, Maryland. Tuition at St. Andrew's cost the Trumps about $40,000 a year. Barron's enrollment marked a departure from the precedent set by previous first families, including the Obamas, Bushes, and Clintons, who sent their children to Sidwell Friends, a private Quaker school located in D.C., and Bethesda, Maryland. Following the end of Donald's presidential term in 2021, it was revealed that Barron would be attending the Oxbridge Academy in Palm Beach, Florida, where he graduated with the class of 2024. When Donald was first elected president, he shared that Barron was hesitant about leaving his life in N.Y.C. and moving into the White House. He explained that the then 9-year-old loved New York and his school, and the move was a whole change of life. Donald said, "He has a very good school in New York where he has a lot of friends. But I tell him if this happens, Daddy will help people and can help children like him, and that makes him happy. He's a young boy who is 9 years old, and he is strong and smart, and he gets it. He sees it." While his father was in office, Barron faced attacks online. Their former first daughter, Chelsea Clinton, came to his defense. Amid the online bullying, Chelsea tweeted on several occasions, asking others to give Barron the chance to grow up without so much criticism. "It's high time the media and everyone leave Barron Trump alone and let him have the private childhood he deserves," Clinton wrote in response to a negative article about Barron. Jenna Bush Hager, another former first daughter, also spoke out about how the attacks on Barron made her mad, because the truth is, obviously, Barron Trump didn't ask his dad to run for president. It wasn't his decision. Barron is bilingual and can speak both English and Melania's native Slovenian. As a little boy, Melania says Barron often called his grandmother and talked to her exclusively in Slovenian. While Melania was a proponent of Barron speaking multiple languages, she noted that she was on the same page as her husband as to what language Barron should use in public. "My opinion is that more languages you speak, better it is. But when you come to America, you speak English," she told People. Throughout Melania's career as a model, she was known to keep to herself. Even during her time as First Lady, she primarily spent time with her family instead of friends. After Donald left office in 2021, sources told People that Melania remained very private and kept a close eye on Barron. Melania's friends are her family members, a source shared in 2023. Many Mar-a-Lago club members and others know and see Melania, but they aren't friends. They don't get together and gab or socialize. She has always surrounded herself with family. She is a doting mother to Barron and very protective of him. This is nothing new. The insider added that Melania's parents, who moved to the Trump family property in Mar-a-Lago, were close to Barron and instrumental in his rearing. Melania's mother, Amala Navs, died in January 2024. In March 2024, a social and political source told People that Melania's main job is taking care of Barron. Barron is shy and reserved, and she has been a good mother to him all of these years. The source said, adding, "Melania is all about Barron and her family. She has always been family-oriented, and in addition to some of the charity work she has done, staying ahead of family issues is her priority." According to comments Donald made while speaking at his presidential campaign headquarters in Des Moines, Iowa, in January 2024, his teenage son is already towering over him at 6 feet, 7 inches. He attributes Barron's height to him eating all of the food that his late grandmother, Melania's mother Amala Navs, would make for him. The Daily Mail reported that Donald called Barron a special boy during his speech, adding, "I said you're going to be a basketball player," he said. "Well, I like soccer, Dad, actually. I thought, at your height, I like basketball better. But you can only talk them into some things." Barron joined his dad on the campaign trail in July 2024. While in Doral, Fla, Donald noted from the podium that it was his son's first ever rally. "You're pretty popular. He might be more popular than Don and Eric," he said. "So Barron, it's good to have you. He's had such a nice, easy life. Now, it's a little bit changed." On September 4, 2024, NYU security officers confirmed to People that Barron had arrived at the Manhattan College. He was spotted outside of the library, along with Secret Service agents. In an interview with Fox News that same month, Melania said that it had been Barron's idea to go to school in New York and live in the family's tower in Manhattan. "It was his decision to come here, that he wants to be in New York and study in New York and live in his home, and I respect that," she said. She went on to call her son an incredible young man, adding, "I'm very proud of what he grew up to. His strength, his intelligence, his knowledge, his kindness. It's admirable."